And once again, we welcome you back into the broadcast balcony here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke alongside the cameraman Zach Roseman, and we're glad that you're with us here on the Kahoks Sports Network as we get you set for the winners bracket semifinal number 1 of 2. Coming up a little bit later, Collinsville Kahoks taking on the Lincoln Rail Splitters, but right now we get you set for this semifinal matchup between Springfield Southeast and Rockford East. Springfield Southeast got here after their first win yesterday, a 97-47 win over Oakville. And then earlier today, the Spartans dispatched the Tigers by a score of 85-36, and that puts Springfield in this first semifinal game. Rockford East, they had a battle yesterday with Decatur Eisenhower that they won by 11 points, 88-77. That pit them in a matchup with the East St. Louis Flyers earlier this morning, and that was a game that went back and forth for a while. As a matter of fact, it took so much time that we went to extra time, and in overtime, the Rockford East E-Rabs defeated the East St. Louis Flyers 69-63, and thus the E-Rabs of Rockford East are here facing the defending champions of this tournament, the Springfield Southeast Spartans. We are just about ready for some game action here, so we'll go ahead and take a break and come back and fill in the starting rosters for you in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And once again, we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Semi-final game number 1 about ready to take place between Springfield Southeast and Rockford East. Got a couple of East teams in this matchup. For Rockford East, they will trot out the same starting 5 that they did earlier against East St. Louis. It'll be Chris Burnell, Andres Thompson, Shadane Clanton, Demarion Dickens, and Sincere Parker. For the Springfield Southeast Spartans, of course, they are going to be without the services of Anthony Farley, so they had to replace him in the lineup. They do so with Dion Matthews. All the other starters stayed the same. Terrian Murdochs, Damon Davis, Devin Blue Robinson, and Steven Sims, who apparently twisted his ankle in that game that Fairley got injured in, but he is well enough to continue and back out there to try to get his team to the final for the second year in a row. So these two teams about ready to take the court, and the winner will move on to the final game tomorrow night at 7:30 and take on the winner of the next semifinal, scheduled to get underway at 8 o'clock, and that's between Collinsville and Lincoln. Right now it's 6:30. That's what time this game was scheduled to tip off, so we'll be pretty close to on time, maybe 5 minutes late by the time we get through with player introductions and all that good stuff. So we are just about ready. 2 more games coming your way in the semifinal bracket. This one and Collinsville versus Lincoln. Both of these games should be very, very good. and entertaining games. Southeast is the home team in this contest. They are dressed in their white uniforms, sporting those stylish yellow sneakers. Southeast written across their chest in their jerseys, and their numbers are in black, trimmed in a little bit of gold. The Erabs are the road team. They are dressed in all black. They have white numbers on the fronts and the backs of their jerseys, trimmed in red. Erabs across the fronts of their jerseys and also down the right side of their shorts. We're underway. Rockford East wins the tip-off, and we are off and running. Here is Clanton. He takes a shot. That's a two-pointer just inside the perimeter, and that's how this one gets going. Here is Terry and Murdochs. Murdochs over on the slot in between the center court circle and the top of the key. By the way, Anthony Fairley is here. You can see his leg sticking out down there with he has that leg brace on down there on that right knee that got injured during the quarterfinal game. So nice to see that he has made it back from the hospital, and he is here to help support his team. 2-2 our score. Here comes a three-point shot. That one's good. Nothing but net for Sincere Parker. 5-2. Erabs up over the Spartans, and we have our first whistle of the game, and our first foul will be handed out, and it looks like it's going to be Shaden Clanton. Just about 1 minute gone here in this first quarter. Gymnasium here starting to fill up. Had a pretty nice crowd for the last game between East St. Louis and Edwardsville, won by East St. Louis. And now the crowd will start to thicken up as the host Kahoks have the next game after this one. So I would expect the gym to start filling up slowly but surely over the next hour or so. Here is a dribble and a drive, or try by Davis. He dumps it off to Murdochs. Murdochs outside, free throw line, has to get rid of it, does so. Here comes a three-point shot, nothing but net for Damon Davis. 5-5 our score. 6.5 minutes left here in this first quarter. Erabs have the ball. They'll inbound from in front of the scorer's table after that ball was knocked out of bounds by Davis. And back into the backcourt it goes. Real close to the baseline and almost out of bounds, but Dickens has the ball for the Erabs. They move it up, free throw line. Dickens will just take a shot, too strong, rebound. That falls right down into the hands of Murdochs. Murdochs with a pass over into the corner. Bluff on the three-point try from the corner for Matthews. Now a three-point try top of the key for Murdochs is good. And a whistle right after the inbound pass. We're going to have a foul issued. And this one is going to go against Stefan Sims. Here is Dickens. Dickens moves the ball up. Puts on a nice move and blows right past Davis. And now Burnell, who broke his team's all-time scoring record in the last game. And now Murdochs puts on another nice move, and at the free throw line, dumps it off the glass. Davis for a couple of more, Devin Blue Robinson. They made that announcement about Brunel after the game was over with, and of course that got a nice round of applause from the Springfield folks that made the trip here. And a smattering of applause from everybody else. Foul belongs to Devin Blue Robinson. At the free throw line, it is Chris Burnell. He went 5 for 5 from the free throw line in that earlier win over East St. Louis. Springfield Southeast up 10-6. 5:23 left to play here in this opening quarter. Second shot on the way for Burnell. And he misses that one. And the rebound belongs to Murdochs. Springfield Southeast brings the ball back up court. And the ball knocked out of Murdochs' hands. And we're going to have a foul issued to Sincere Parker. Speaking of Parker, Mark Parker is on the floor. He's one of our referees here tonight. Collinsville native that just ran for circuit clerk, or circuit judge in the last election. He lost. I voted for him. But I had a chance to talk to his daughter Madison, who was on the Kahawk bowling team for a few years. She's in the stands and enjoying a little Christmas break from her classes at SWIC. And the family's doing good, despite the fact that Dad lost that election. Spartans foul to Damon Davis, his first personal. Spartans now with 3, E-Rabs with 2. 10-6, Spartans have a 4-point lead. E-Rabs trying to cut into that. Here is Burnell. Burnell pulls up inside the perimeter, fadeaway jumper, doesn't hit, and the rebound belongs to Springfield Southeast. Here is Terrion Murdix. Murdix gets the ball up and out over on the other side. 3-point shot. That is Damon Davis. Davis hit 3 3-point shots in that win for Springfield over Edwardsville in the earlier game, and now flying and shooting but not scoring was Sincere Parker. Rebound belongs to the Spartans. Spartans are the defending champions here in this tournament after beating Collinsville last year in the final. Here is Sims. He puts up a shot. It won't fall. Rebound on the ground. Kick back in. Nice save there by Damon, but then his teammate, Deion Matthews, travels with it. Going on in the auxiliary gym, Oakville taking on Decatur Eisenhower right now. How is that possible? 5 p.m. Oh, never mind. They already won that game. Decatur Eisenhower did 74-66. I didn't even realize that. Well, back to action here. Halfway through this first quarter, 13-8 in favor of the Spartans. Here is Terrion Murdix. Backs it up to Davis. Davis backs up toward the midcourt stripe and takes it from one side of the court to the other. Trying to work his way around a defender. Does so with a pass into the corner. That is Matthews. Matthews kicks it back out for Sims. Sims in front of the scorer's bench, trying to get around his defender. He passes instead to Murdix. Free throw line, shot. Devin Blue Robinson, no good. Rebound, that belongs to Luster for the E-Rabs, and a turnover, but a foul in the process as going down was Clanton. And I believe that they're going to say the ball was out of bounds, so the E-Rabs will get the ball back. Clanton knocked it out of bounds. Inbound pass comes in from Burnell. Back to Dickens. To Marion Dickens. In the paint, dumps it off underneath. Shot partially blocked. Murdix gets it up to Sims. Sims off the glass for a couple. That's the kind of play that Sims was running the last time, and following up behind him was Fairley. And Fairley, that's when he jumped up for the rebound, came down awkward on that knee, and he is out of commission. This ball gets knocked out of bounds. 2:56 left to play here in this first quarter. 15-8, Springfield Southeast with the lead. Terrion Murdix. Far side, brings it in to McMath, and McMath dumps it off, and a little bit too hard of a shot there for James Dent. And the E-Rabs come up with the loose ball. Here is a nice spin move and a good fingertip roll for Chris Burnell. 15-10, 5-point lead for Springfield Southeast. They bring the ball up court. They dump it off to Sims, does Murdix. Murdix bounces a pass into McMath, and it hits McMath and bounces right back to Sims. So the Spartans avoid the turnover. Here is Sims directing traffic. Gets it back to McMath. McMath bounce pass into Murdix off the glass, good for 2 more. Murdix scored 17 points in that win earlier over Edwardsville. He made all conference or all tournament team last year, did Murdix, and Burnell. Nope, they're not going to count that basket. Now Mark Parker and the referee who called the play is talking things over. And They're not going to change their minds. Andres Thompson picks up a foul. Inbound pass comes into Murdochs from Sims. 2 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. First semifinal game. Next one to follow between Collinsville and Lincoln. Here is Murdochs. Murdochs bounces a pass to McMath. He drives and it's fouled. That is either going to go against Luster or Clanton. Luster. His first, fourth as a team for Rockford East. 3 up on the board for Springfield Southeast. Here is McMath. McMath hit 2 for 2 on the free throw end in that win over Edwardsville. And those were the only 2 points that he had. He played some strong ball, though, down low. Got a bunch of rebounds, and this one goes in for him. 18-12, 6-point lead for Springfield. Here comes Burnell for the E-Rabs. And a little short shot. Rebound picked up by Davis, and he quickly gets it up to Sims, but Sims loses the handle on the ball. Picked up by the E-Rabs. They bring the ball up front. Here comes Burnell once again. Dump pass up underneath. Back to Burnell off the glass. Count it for 2. 18-14. 4-point lead for Springfield Southeast. 1:15 left to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Terry and Murdochs. Murdochs from the line, takes the shot off the glass, can't get it to roll. Rebound belongs to Luster. Luster brings it up, races it up, and loses his footing and falls down to the ground. And he sits there for a minute while the play comes back the other direction with a 3-point shot by Damon Davis. 21-14. 3 touchdowns to 2 touchdowns for Springfield over Rockford. Here is Burnell. Burnell takes it from the top of the key, in through the left side, and a foul coming up. That's going to go against McMath. His first, each team now with 4. 42.5 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. All the way out to Burnell on the left wing, that inbound pass comes in. A pass over to the other wing. Here is a 3-point shot made by Clanton. And that gets his team back to within 4. 30 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Here comes Murdochs. Murdochs gets around Burnell into the paint to McMath. And McMath can't connect. Rebound belongs to Burnell. 20 seconds left here in this first quarter. Burnell kicks it off into the corner. Here's a 3-point shot that rolls everywhere but in off of the hands of Clanton. And now the ball brought up. Davis to Murdochs. Murdochs flies into the lane. Shot counts, and the foul does too, and that's going to be another foul against Clanton. Team's 5th, his 2nd. McMath goes out. Devin Blue Robinson comes back in for the Spartans. Murdochs on the line for 1 shot. And he makes it count. 24-17, 2 seconds left. Inbound pass comes in at the buzzer, a shot that's going to fall way short. And after 1 quarter of play, 24-17 in favor of the Springfield Spartans. We'll take a break, and we'll come back and bring you second half action in just a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of K-Hawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go K-Hawks.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Going on in the auxiliary gym, Quincy and Altoff are battling it out to see who can end up in tomorrow's consolation championship game. As soon as we get any updates from the auxiliary gym, of course, we will pass those along to you. 24-17 is our score after 1 quarter of play. Springfield Southeast in control of this one thus far. They lead by 7. Inbound pass comes in from Davis to Murdochs. Murdochs hands the ball back off to Davis. And through the midcourt area he goes. A bounce pass at the free throw line. Getting it in, and now a loose ball picked up by Murdochs and put back in. Murdochs has the ball knocked away, or knocked it away from Burnell, or trying to, continues to try as he flies down the lane. Burnell gets his own rebound, puts it back up, still can't get it to go in. And now Parker with the ball. He flies through and travels before he flies up toward the basket for a dunk that never did materialize. $7:27 left to play here in this second quarter, first half. A 9-point lead by the Springfield Southeast Spartans as they bring the ball up. Davis almost forgot the ball. Bounce pass to the free throw line for Devin Blue Robinson. He's trapped a little bit. Dribbles out of it and gives the ball up for Matthews. Matthews back to Murdochs. Murdochs. Boy, I tell you what, that kid can play. Murdochs already up to 12 points here in this game. Here is Clanton. Clanton into the corner. 3-point shot. Boy, that's got some arc on it, and that didn't hit anything except for the hands of James Dent on the way down. Now Murdochs, another off-balance shot goes through. Murdochs with 14 points already here in this first half. 6.5 minutes to go. Quarter number 2. A dribble and a drive, a underhanded shot that was nowhere near the basket by Luster, but Luster will head to the free throw line after a foul by Devin Blue Robinson. That'll be his second, each team now with 5. As McMath checks back into the game, he will take the place of Robinson. To the front, there was no free throw. I thought for sure that Luster was in the process of shooting, but I guess not. Inbound pass will come into Burnell all the way back on the left wing. Burnell dribbles, dumps it off in the corner now for Thompson. Thompson gives it up, and Clanton takes it in the rest of the way. 30-19, 11-point lead for Springfield. Bounce pass, top of the key. Dent, jump ball called. McMath and Andres Thompson both clamping onto the ball. 6:06 left to play here in this first half. Here comes Burnell. He brings the ball up midcourt over on the left side. Gets it to Clanton. Clanton, 3-point shot, no good again. Nothing but air on that shot. This time Sims picks up the loose rock on the ground and throws it up. Here comes a 3-point try. That's off of the hands of James Dent. That rattles but won't fall in. And the rebound belongs to the E-Rabs. They bring it up. Here is Clanton with an off-balance shot, and it doesn't fall, but he does. And he will head to the free throw line for a couple of shots here as McMath picks up his second personal foul. Team's 6th. To the free throw line, Clanton. He went 3 for 5 in that win over East St. Louis from the charity stripe. Luster checks back into the game for the E-Rabs, and back to the bench is Thompson. At the free throw line, Clanton. One more shot coming his way. And that one's good. makes it a 10-point game. 5.5 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Here is Sims, and he gets it all the way up on this near side sideline for Matthews, and then a turnover in the paint. We'll bring the ball back up court for the E-Rabs, but not for long, as that ball leaves the hands, and Sims picks it up, and it's put back in by Davis. 32-20. A foul on the play as well. That one's going to go against Luster. That'll be his second. Each team now with 6. So the next foul for either one of these teams will result in more free throws. At the free throw line, Damon Davis. Davis, shot, rattles out. Rebound for Burnell. He brings the ball up court for Rockford East. And into the lane he goes. A shot not strong enough. The rebound is fouled. Chris Burnell picks up his first personal foul. 7th team foul. And as I mentioned, the next foul by either team results in free throws. But that was an offensive foul, so not quite yet. Here is Murdix. Murdix brings the ball up across the timeline. And McMath takes it in and makes it count. 14-point lead for Springfield Southeast. Here is Burnell. Gets the ball over in the hands of Clanton. Clanton dribbles and drives and pulls it up. And a little bit too long with that shot. And there is Murdix with the rebound. There was nobody else in a black uniform going up for that rebound. Nothing but white jerseys underneath the rim and underneath the basket. Murdix was the only one who actually jumped for the ball. And that's why he is the player that he is. He is run and gun all the way. Here comes the E-Rabs trying to get back into this one. They trail by 16. I thought this was going to be a little bit of a closer game than what it's started out to be. Here's a rebound by McMath. He gets the ball up into the hands of his teammate Beverly, and now we're going to have a whistle to stop the action underneath the basket as Sims gets knocked backwards, and a foul coming up against the E-Rabs again. That'll be their 8th. Luster picks up his 3rd, team 8th at the free throw line. It is Stephaon Sims. He went 1 for 1 in that win earlier over Edwardsville and makes that one, makes it a 16-point game, 36-20. Here's a 3-point try that rattles across the basket off the hands of Sincere Parker. But then Clanton puts it back in for 2, 36-22. 14-point advantage for Springfield Southeast. They bring the ball up. They have the lead and the ball. At the top of the key, Sims gets it inside, and McMath with a little bit of a right-handed reverse layup shot. 38-22. I got both Coach Lee and Coach Anderson sitting next to me here, and they're watching this game in anticipation of who they might meet in the final. And right now, they're shaking their heads over what Southeast is able to do. 3-point shot for Burnell misses the mark. Into the corner it goes, and it's picked up by Springfield Southeast and James Dent. He gets it up to Murdix. Murdix over on the far side wing on the right side in front of the scorer's table to McMath. He drives baseline, shot good. Tell you what, if Collinsville wins their next game and Springfield holds on to win this one, that's going to be a fun battle to watch with McMath going against the likes of Kedrian Jones and Aaron Moulton. E-Rabs call a timeout. Time to thank some more of our sponsors. How about the City of Collinsville? You can check out the City of Collinsville's Facebook page for information on upcoming events in the city. And as always, the City of Collinsville, a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District, and they wish all district athletes good luck this sports season. And if you're looking to buy a new home or maybe sell your current home, you can trust the Blaylock team of RE/MAX Alliance with all of your real estate needs. If you buy or sell with the Blaylocks, they will donate $200 to your favorite booster club. Call Peyton or Emily Blaylock today, 618-780-4622, or online www.blaylockteam.com. 3:02 left to play here in this first half. 40-32. Spartans have the big lead. 18-point lead. I did not see an 18-point lead by either team coming into this game. I thought this one was going to be a lot closer, back and forth kind of game. E-Rabs bring the ball up. Here is Dickens. Dickens just outside the lane to the free throw line. A shot taken there, and that was a little bit too strong for Delvante LaFleur. And now a three-point shot for Springfield misses the mark. That was off of the hands of Beverly. Here is Brunel for Rockford up underneath the basket, and it's in for LaFleur. LaFleur on the boards for the first time here in this game. He didn't get any points in that win over East St. Louis earlier. Here is Murdochs for Springfield. Gets it underneath the basket for McMath, who dumps it off to Sims, who dumps it off at the free throw line, trying to find James Dent, but instead they found Rockford, and Delmarion Dickens picked up the loose rock, took it all the way down, coast to coast, for a couple of points there. Under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Springfield Southeast with a sizable lead. Here's McMath trying to add to it. No shot, says Mr. Parker. A charging foul coming up against McMath. That's his third foul. He's in a little foul trouble here early on. 1:49 left to play here in this first half. Dent checks back into the game for Springfield Southeast. Inbound pass is whistled dead before it even makes it in. Demarion Dickens with a little body contact in the corner, trying to get separation to get that inbound pass, and instead he gets called for a foul. .148 left to play here in this first half. 40-26, 14-point lead belongs to the Spartans of Springfield Southeast High School. All the way out to midfield to midcourt, to Sims. I haven't been on a field since soccer ended. I don't know why I'm saying field. I'm either on a court, or I'm on some ice, or I'm at a bowling alley here in the wintertime. Cross-court pass, and that one's picked up and shot in. Nicely done there by Sincere Parker. And his team now back to within 12. 1:15 left to play here in this first half. Here is Terrion Murdochs. Murdochs dribbles and drives to the top of the key and then backs up toward the midcourt stripe. Again, through the paint, takes the shot, can't get it to go. Whistle on the play, however, will bring us another foul. Parker picks up his second, and that is the team 10th foul. So Murdochs up at the line, shooting two. And Springfield Southeast will shoot two for the remaining 1 minute and 4 seconds left in this first half, and Murdochs hits the first one. Murdochs, one more shot coming his way. In the air and through. Clock moves under a minute. Here is Clanton. Clanton lost the ball. Murdochs found it, takes it, scores with it. 44-28 now. Springfield up, and now another whistle on the play. And that ball ends up out of bounds. Springfield gets another gift. All the way out into the backcourt. Here is Beverly. Moves it up to Maddox with 40 seconds left to play here in this first half. Murdochs dribbles and drives and then gets caught in the chops on a hand by Burnell, and Burnell will pick up his second foul. And back to the free throw line, shooting 2, Terrion Murdochs. Murdochs. He's ready, and it's through. Murdochs. Back to the line one more time, and one more throw on the way. That one's good. Murdochs on fire from anywhere on the court. He can hit threes, he can hit twos, he can hit free throws, and he can rebound. And now Burnell is going to drive right through Antron Beverly as Beverly gets called for a blocking foul. Chris Burnell to the free throw line. 30 seconds left here in this first half. Burnell, shot, rolls, but won't fall. Rebound, tipped up for a while by Parker, but he tips it up long enough for Davis to get a hand on it for Springfield, and then he gives to Murdochs, and again, Murdochs gets caught in the chops. It's the second time Murdochs has tried to put his head down and drive forward, and the second time he has caught a hand to the face. This one is going to belong to Demarion Dickens. 19.6 seconds left. Last guy you want at the free throw line if you're Rockford is this guy right here, Murdochs. He hits everything. Murdochs readies himself again, and again he hits it. Murdochs looking a little bit like last year's version of Rayshawn Taylor at that free throw line. 15 seconds left to play here in this first half. Here is Burnell. Burnell with a left-hand dribble at the top of the key. Gives it up, and at the free throw line, just in front of the free throw line. Thompson's shot won't fall, but he will head to the line for a couple. That'll be the 9th team foul for the Spartans, and Davis's second. Andres Thompson at the free throw line. He did not make it to the free throw line in the earlier game against East St. Louis. And he makes the best of his trip there this time by hitting 1. And that makes it a 19-point game. 8 seconds left to play here in this first half. One more free throw coming up for Thompson. It's on the way and through. That gives the E-Rabs 30 points. 18-point lead. That belongs to Springfield Southeast. Inbound pass coming into Murdochs. Murdochs races up this near side sideline. 3 seconds left. Into the paint from the free throw line. A shot that falls through, and guess what? Murdochs is going back to the free throw line. Dickens commits the foul with 0.7 seconds left on the clock. And back to a 20-point lead for Springfield, and it's about to be 21. Yep. Murdochs, Golden from the free throw line. Not enough time to shoot that one in once it was brought back in to Rockford East, and that's the way the first half will end. A 21-point lead by the Spartans of Springfield Southeast, 51-30. Halftime is here. We will take a look at the halftime stats, and we will pass those all along to you here in just a little bit on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today, 618-344-2800, or on the Missouri side, 314-241-5253, or online, lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by, see the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
We welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 51-30. A 21-point lead by the Spartans of Springfield Southeast. And I got to tell you, I did not see that coming. I thought this was going to be a much closer game, but we still have a whole half to go. In the first half, leading scorer, I'm telling you, he's tearing it up. Terrion Murdochs, 25 points. He went 1 for 1 from the three-point stripe. He went 8 for 8 from the free throw stripe. He's also pulled down 5 rebounds, all on the defensive side of things. So right now, Murdochs is the man with all the plans. Damon Davis, has 11 points. 9 points for McMath, 4 points for Sims, 2 points for Robinson. Leading scorer for Rockford East is Shadin Clanton. He has 10 points. After that, Chris Burnell was 7. 5 points for Parker, 4 for Dickens, and 2 for Thompson. From the three-point stripe, Rockford East has hit 2 of 6, while Springfield has hit 4 of 7. From the free throw line, 4 of 7 is what Rockford East hit, so they have the same numbers that Springfield has from beyond the three-point stripe. And at the free throw line for Springfield Southeast, helped out by that 8 for 8 performance by Murdochs. As a team, the Spartans are 9 of 12. Spartans also out rebounding Rockford by 6, 18-12. Rockford has turned the ball over 8 times compared to 6 for Springfield. 24-7 after one quarter of play. Springfield Southeast had themselves a 7-point lead. That has blossomed into a 21-point lead after the Spartans outscored the E-Rabs 27-13 in that second quarter. That's a look at your first half stats. We'll take a break, come back. Second half action will come your way next on the Kahoks Sports Network.
I'm a hot babe out jogging. I'm out making sure this stays a 10 when you drive by. You're checking out my awesome headband when... Oops. That's when you find out your cut rate insurance, it ain't paying for this. So get Allstate. Save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
back at Collinsville High School. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you as we bring you second half action between Springfield and Rockford. Surprisingly, Springfield Southeast has a 21-point lead. I guess not surprisingly, they are the defending champions, and they are a very good team, but I thought the E-Rabs would have put up a little bit more of a showing here. Here's Murdoch as he has had a golden game as that ball ends up off the back of Mark Parker, excuse me. That kept it from going out of bounds. I don't think I've ever seen that before. There's a bucket for Andres Thompson. Thompson adds on to his first half 2 points. He now has 4. And that 21-point lead, now a 19-point lead for Springfield. They have the ball, do the Spartans, as we shift ends of the court. Spartans now shooting at the basket farthest away from our location. Here is Sims. Sims dribbles in circles. Collinsville and Lincoln coming up next. The winner of this game will get the winner of that game. If things stay like they are, Springfield Southeast will have a chance to defend their crown. They're on the move right now doing that. Here is Sims up into the corner. 3-point shot launched and nothing but net for Matthews. Over into the other corner. 3-point try to answer. Falls a little bit short for the E-Rabs and Sincere Parker. Davis at the free throw line. Gives it up to Sims. Sims back out toward midfield and midcourt. I keep on saying field. I have no idea why. Maybe because I'm delirious after back-to-back 13-hour days here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Here is Murdoch. Murdoch running, gunning, shooting, and not scoring on that one. Ball is loose on the ground, and it is picked up by the E-Rabs Dickens. He moves it up and gives it to Parker, and he travels. Big old McMath comes back into the game now for the Spartans. Herb. There's a name you don't see very much in these days. Here's Sims. Over to Murdoch. Murdoch drives and into the corner. Here comes another 3-point shot. 2 in a row for Dion Matthews. And it is now a 25-point lead for Springfield Southeast, 57-32. Burnell gets the ball to Thompson. Thompson drives, shoots, and scores. Murdoch back to work. Sims on the wing. And Sims back out toward midcourt, then flies over to the left wing. Bounce pass to Murdoch. That is picked off by Dickens. He brings it up to Burnell. Burnell off the glass, counted for 2. (57-36). Springfield Southeast has the lead. The give is to Davis. Damon Davis back to Murdoch. Murdoch almost lost it, and now he does. McMath, though, finds it, but in the meantime, a foul is going to be called, and this one is going to go against Dickens for Rockford. Luster checks back in now for Rockford. 4:26 left to play here in this third quarter. 57-36, Springfield Southeast still in the lead. Murdoch will inbound, and he does so to Sims. Sims in the left-hand corner, right in front of his bench. Almost lost control of the ball. Now he does, and the long pass out. Good. Glass, no. Rebound after the missed shot by Parker is whistled dead. McMath will pick up his 4th foul. Thus, McMath goes back to the bench. Beverly comes back into the game. And Devin Blue Robinson checks back in as Sims heads to the bench. Inbound pass comes into Burnell. Burnell over this way for Parker. Parker dribbles and drives, pulls up inside, takes the shot, and it's good. Halfway through quarter number 3, 57-38, Springfield Southeast in the lead. Here is Terrian Murdochs. Murdochs dribbles, drives, right wing, circles back to the top of the key. Burnell watching him like a hawk all the way back to the midcourt stripe. Here is Murdochs. Puts on a couple of moves. Outside the lane, takes a shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound, that belongs to Clanton. Clanton gets it to Burnell. Burnell moves the ball up for Parker. Sincere Parker, three-point shot from the corner. That one skips across the rim. There is Murdochs with the rebound. Throws it up for Davis. Davis to the basket, and that's an easy 2 points. Timeout on the floor. And Southeast will take a 60-second timeout. So we'll step aside as well. Back in a moment here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Agape in Collinsville. Cafe Agape serves up delicious sandwiches, burgers, steaks, pulled pork, and the Collinsville favorite, the steak and onion sandwich. Cafe Agape has weekly lunch and dinner specials with pork steak Wednesdays, meatloaf Thursdays, and fish every Friday. Cafe Agape also offers catering service, and you can get Cafe Agape delivered now through the To-Go delivery app. Cafe Agape is open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and they're located at 703 St. Louis Road in Collinsville, or call 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233.
Back at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Zach Roseman, we're both here. We're in the third quarter, 3:16 left to play here in quarter number 3 between Springfield Southeast and Rockford East. Springfield Southeast with the commanding lead right now, 59-38. Here comes Sincere Parker. He pulls up. Left side of the lane and hits his shot. 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Damon Davis over to Terrion Murdochs. Murdochs drives, far side sideline, into the corner. Another three-point try. Oh, boy. Deion Matthews has hit 3 straight three-point shots from that near side corner all the way down at the other end of the court. 62-40, 22-point lead. Rebound, put back up, and it falls through for Andres Thompson. 20-point lead for Springfield. Here is Murdochs. Over to Davis. Davis. Bounce pass into the perimeter for Blue Robinson. Now underneath, a foul coming up as Burnell and Murdochs were jostling for a position underneath the net. This one is going to go against Burnell. Second team foul for the E-Rabs. Third personal foul for Burnell. 1 foul on the board for Springfield thus far. Here's Davis. Near midcourt. Drives his way over. On to the right wing and now into the paint. Free throw line. Takes the shot. Good. And another turnover, but then a whistle will stop that action. And Burnell picks up his 4th foul. The crowd is thickening up here as we await the next game for the host Collinsville Kahoks. They will take on the Lincoln Railers, the Rail Splitters. They have won more championships here than any team. They've won 6. Collinsville has won 4. Springfield Southeast won their first one last year. They're going for back-to-back champions. And Murdochs drives, and count the bucket. And he'll head to the free throw line as well. Josh Crawford comes into the game and picks up a foul. His first, team fourth. Murdoch's perfect so far from the free throw line, and that streak is over. Murdoch's went 8 for 8 in the first half, and 1 for 1 here in the second half before that miss. Dump off pass, here comes a three-point shot. That's nothing but net for Josh Crawford. 1:20 left to play here in this third quarter. 66-45. Springfield Southeast with the ball and the lead. They back it up to Damon Davis. Davis makes his way toward the midcourt circle and then in from the left wing, loses control of the ball on the ground, and it's picked up by LaFleur and then lost by LaFleur. Back into the hands of Springfield. Here is Murdoch's. Murdoch's dribbles, drives under the basket, takes the shot, it falls in. Murdoch's now up to 29 points here in this game. Here is Crawford, and bodies hit the floor. All that underneath the basket here of Rockford. Inbound pass for the E-Rabs comes in, and a little dribble drive down the baseline for Luster, and he hits two. Here comes Murdoch's. Terry and Murdoch's across the timeline with the left-hand dribble. Spins. Crossover in the paint, and a foul away from the play, coming right underneath the basket. I believe that one's going to go against Luster. It will be against Luster. That'll be his fourth, team fifth. Rockford trailing by 21 once again. That's what they trailed by at the end of one half of play when it was 51-30. Now it is 68-47. 9 seconds left. Here's Murdoch's. Drives in, loses control of the ball, into the corner, three-point shot. Hit the bottom of the net. That was about it, and nothing doing on the transition play by Rockford East. So we head to the fourth quarter. Spartans up 68-47. They are 8 minutes away from a return trip to the championship match here at this Prairie Farms tournament. We're back in just a moment with the fourth quarter on the Kahoks Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo in O'Fallon for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, come see Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo. Call Bill at 618-632-1010 or visit him at 104 Regency Park in O'Fallon or online fnbwaterloo.com. That's my bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Pack Mail, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail, 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville, online, weshipstlouis.com, or call 346-4884.
Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Fourth quarter of the first semifinal is upon us. 68-47 in favor of Springfield Southeast. Here's a strong move by Clanton. He can't get it to fall. And the rebound by Sims, and Sims ends up right at the feet of all the rest of the E-Rabs at the bench. (68-47), Spartans with the lead. And another whistle on the play. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Spartans. Inbound pass coming in from Beverly. underneath of the basket. He gives to Davis. As Terrion Murdoch is on the bench right now, a much-deserved rest for that young man. This game, a 21-point lead by Springfield, will allow their star player to rest up, and now a foul coming up against Sincere Parker. Inbound pass comes in to Sims. Bounce pass over here for Davis. Davis dribbles and drives along the midcourt stripe, and now Sims blocked out of his turn, and a ball knocked out of bounds stays with the Spartans. Crawford checks back into the game for Rockford. To the bench is Sincere Parker with his 3 fouls. Inbound pass comes all the way into the backcourt. And taking it is Beverly. Beverly gives it to Sims. Sims gets trapped. Here is Clanton. He drives in and score. 19-point lead now for the Spartans. Just a little over a minute into this fourth quarter. Here's Davis with a pass to Sims. Over on the far side, Beverly. Beverly back to Sims. Over to Davis. Davis in front of his bench, dribbles and drives, and can't get it to fall. Rebound. That belongs to Rockford and Dickens. He brings it on up himself and then loses control of the ball. And then the whistle will stop the action. Dickens gets called for the foul as his team was bringing the ball up court. Well, Murdoch's respite didn't last that long. He's back out there. At midcourt, having a little conversation with Clanton. At the free throw line, Dion Matthews. Matthews did not go to the free throw line in the first half, but he makes the one he has here in the second half, and because that is the 7th team foul by Rockford, he'll get a chance at a bonus. Spartans, by the way, only 1 foul so far here in this second half. Back to a 21-point lead for Springfield Southeast. Here is Brunell. He's out there with 4 fouls. Shoves the pass over to Crawford. Crawford drives, shoots, and too hard off the glass. And a whistle while he was in midair anyway. Still a 21-point lead here for the Springfield Southeast Spartans. Looking for a return trip to the finals. There's Davis. He brings the ball up. Across the timeline. And has the ball knocked out of his hands by Brunell. And Brunell takes it off the glass for a couple of points. 51 points on the board for Rockford East, but the Springfield Spartans have 70 up there. Here is Murdoch. Murdoch had all the defenders fouling him, and now a 3-point shot that was finally missed over there by Dion Matthews. He hit 3 in a row from that same corner until that shot. Murdoch will pick up his first foul. Here are the E-Rabs bringing it up court. Clanton gets it to Brunell. Brunell with an over-the-shoulder pass to Crawford. Crawford takes a shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound belongs to the E-Rabs and put back up, but not in on the second try. Luster does make it through the net. Murdoch brings it up, circles, throws a pass underneath, and all alone was James Dent. And another turnover just about. Nope. Almost. That ball ends up going out of bounds. And Brunel did a good job to stay with that ball until Springfield came over and knocked it out of bounds. Here's Clanton. Clanton at the top of the key. Now moves backwards and now makes his move, but does so without the ball. Here is Sims. Bounce pass on up for Davis, but then Sims gets taken out right at midcourt. I believe that may be against Brunel, and if it is, he will be done for the night. Oh, they're going to call it against, yeah, they're going to call it against Brunel. And for the second game in a row, well, yesterday's game he fouled out. Earlier game he did not, but in today's game he has, and Brunel will head to the bench. Luster checks back into the game. Sims with a shot. From the free throw line, that falls in. 20-point lead once again for Springfield Southeast, 73-53. Next one doesn't make it. Rebound belongs to the Arabs. Here is Parker. Gets it up to Clanton. Into the corner now. Three-point shot. High arc. That didn't even make it to the rim. Off of the hands of Luster. Rebound belongs to McMath. Gets the pass after the rebound and takes it in for a two-pointer. This gym is getting more and more full by the minute. 4:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. There's a shot that rolls all the way around the rim, but the putback is good by Clanton. Up the court, Sims. Pass to Murdochs. Murdochs has that ball kicked out of bounds by Andres Thompson. That'll stop the clock with 4:06 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Inbound pass comes into McMath. Oh, couldn't get it to fall off the glass. Rebound volleyed for a minute. Arabs come up with it. Here is Clanton. Clanton. Whistle. Sims picks up his second foul. His team's third. Very well played, very disciplined game here by the Arabs. Here's Clanton out front. Dribble drive. Thompson blocked off. Davis with the foul. Fourth team foul now for Springfield. They were doing all right in that category just a second ago. Now they've rattled off 3 in a row. Shot good at the free throw line for Andres Thompson. Well, it looks like we're going to have a foul going the other way now. Parker gets a technical foul. So that's why everybody started moving the other way. And now at the free throw line, it'll be Andres Thompson. All by his lonesome. No good on the first one. Now the Parker technical will be assessed, and Murdochs is down there all by himself to take 2 free throws. He was golden until the last one. 8 for 8 in the first half. Missed his second shot here in the second half, and now picks it back up again. And trying for another 21-point lead for his team, and that's exactly what it is. Patience Harris checks into the game. So the E-Rabs have a guy named Sincere and a guy named Patience. And a guy named Herb. Guy named Herb is playing for Southeast, yes. We got a Herb and a Patience and a Sincere. And again, Murdochs takes a slap to the face. That's the third time in this game that Murdochs has taken a shot to the chops. Murdochs back to the free throw line. He's not very good from there. Let's not foul him. Murdochs ready and hits another. Well, whoever plays these guys tomorrow going to have their hands full with this Murdochs kid. And he misses one. That's rare, at least tonight. Here come the E-Rabs. That's Clanton. Bounces it into the corner, and Luster took his eye off the ball before he got it in his hands. Out of bounds. Turnover. Here's Murdochs in the backcourt. 3:25 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Murdochs brings it up. Dumps it off to McMath. And McMath, his little underhand layup, misses the mark. And here is Clanton. That ball is stolen by Murdochs. And Murdochs will come in all alone off the glass. Count it for two more. 34 points now for Terrion Murdochs. Turn around. That's a little off-balance shot that falls in for Thompson. Here's Sims. Gets it up to Murdochs. And again, Murdochs takes a slap to the face. That's the fourth time in this game. You see Murdochs flying down the way, and then all of a sudden you see his head snap back. They just keep on putting those hands up around the face. Murdochs will head back to the free throw line for a couple of more. 22-point lead now for the Spartans. They have 80 points. Murdochs. Oh, misses two in a row. Blue Robinson checks back into the game for the Spartans. He'll take the place of McMath at the free throw line. It is Murdochs. Murdochs launches, and that one's through. Murdochs to the bench. He gets a nice round of applause from the Springfield faithful. Now the Arabs bring it up. Outlet pass to Clanton. Clanton will launch a three-pointer from there. Off the glass high, won't work. And the rebound, that belongs to Springfield. And here is James Dent, who ditches it off to Davis. Davis, baseline drive, and that's good. That was actually Beverly. That ball off of a foot, but a whistle will stop the action. 2:27 left to play here in this fourth quarter. .27 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 83-58. Southeast Springfield with the lead. All kinds of player changes coming up here for Springfield. Knight checks back into the game. Here is Rockford. They have the ball into the corner, taking it out of the corner. It is Crawford. Crawford hits the two and will stay up for the three. Foul against Devin Blue Robinson. His third, team sixth. And at the free throw line, a shot made by Crawford. Here comes number 11, Anchon Beverly. Beverly at the midcourt stripe. Backs it up and then heads back to the same direction. 2 minutes left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville and Lincoln waiting in the wings for the next game. Dribble drive and off of the leg of Sergio Knight. E-Rabs bring it up. Here is Patience Harris. Top of the key, he leaves it. Three-point shot on the way. No good for Crawford. Rebound belongs to Springfield. They bring the ball back up. Here is Beverly. Beverly in front of the scorer's table. Top of the key and dumps it off now into the corner. Here comes a three-point shot from Dent. That rolls across and the rebound put back up. Still won't fall in. Another rebound try and the ball on the ground. Who wants it? No one. They call a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to be in favor of Rockford. Rockford brings the ball up. Here is Crawford. Crawford between the leg dribble and now a bounce out into the lane. He's trying to find LaFleur, but LaFleur never found the ball, and the loose ball picked up by Springfield. Here is Harris. Or excuse me, that is the wrong number 15. That's Dent. We're under a minute to go. Springfield Southeast is going to go back to the final of this tournament for the second year in a row, as that play ends up going off of the hands of Jaden Hayes and out of bounds. Here we go with the final 45 seconds. Three-point shot coming from Crawford. That's high. Hits the fat part of the iron and goes straight up, then out of bounds. Inbound pass. Coming in and being taken away. That's a pick-off by Crawford. Crawford is trapped, turns around, takes the shot, finds nothing but air. And LaFleur underneath the basket with the rebound, and he's fouled. Well, that's Devontae LaFleur who gets called for the technical after he got taken out during that rebound. James Dent to the free throw line to shoot a couple of freebies with no one around him. And he makes the first one. .31 seconds left to play here in this one. Dent with another opportunity to add another point. He does, 85-61. And because of the technical foul, Springfield Southeast will get the ball back. Here is Beverly. Underneath the basket and kept in bounds for a moment, but then knocked back out of bounds. Inbound pass comes in, and the E-Rabs bring it up court with just 15 seconds left to play here in this contest. Crawford at the top of the key. Dumps it off over in the corner on a pass and a shot. No good. Rebound. LaFleur puts it back up and in. And that's going to do it. 85-63. In favor of Springfield Southeast, and they will move on and once again play for the championship 2 years in a row. They have made it to the final. Last year they won it all. What will happen this year? We'll find out a little bit later. Collinsville and Lincoln will be coming up next, and the winner of that game will move on to the finals to take on Springfield Southeast. So that's going to do it for this game. We'll take a break, get you set up for the next game, and be right back in a moment. Collinsville and Lincoln coming up next on the K-Hawk Sports Network.